Hello, family. It's Haywood Barber on the Haywood Barber Show. Going through a little bit of tough technical difficulties. A little bit of a tough time getting on tonight. I guess it's Friday night, so everybody's trying to get their show up. You guys know I love to do my show live. So, and tonight's a double night. I do a show with Lola on Lola's Lifelines on Blog Talk Radio, which is the scandal recap. We watched that yesterday and had a little bit of internet difficulties, and we watched it again today, so we got that completely on the brain. It was absolutely fantastic of a show, and we're going to do that on her station, Blog Talk Radio, Lola's Lifeline, Blog Talk Radio, Scandal Recap. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure if you put any of that in, it'll come up. We had a great dinner. We strategized. We've been working on some of the blog platforms that we're working on. And as you guys know, she lives up top. I live down here in the south, managing my parents. She's up top managing her parents, and she actually has access to the grandkids, so she probably has a little bit more joy time than I do, even though I saw one of my oldest grandson week before last. Anyway, I say all that to say, yeah, it's been a high roller coaster day, but it's panning out just fantastic. This week has been absolutely fantastic, extremely productive. Have been productive. As you guys know, today is Friday, but you know, every day is Friday to me, because they got me on, my doctors got me on somewhat of relaxed status, not completely retired, but somewhat retired, and I'm reinventing myself down here as I watch my parents and get their affairs in order. And I've decided, from reading a book called The 4-Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss, to go ahead and take my whole production, everything that I do and everything that I know, and put it online. I'm putting everything I know and everything that I do online. I still go to church because I love going to church, but I'm actually being able to listen to church on the internet during the week. So I get a lot of it, and I get a lot of choices as well. I went to my wife's church that she's getting ready to join next week. I probably will join that church because it's got the real center focus on Jesus, the way I can really relate to and sink my teeth into, and it doesn't veer off from my pattern and the things that I see that make the world tick. As always, coming here, even though it's Friday night, I know a lot of you won't hear this until tomorrow morning. I love you. That's the centerpiece of my show. And that's my centerpiece of God. That's my centerpiece of how I see God seeing me. And I relate that back to you. And I don't know if it even sounds corny anymore, because so many people so long, and I mean the numbers are just skyrocketing, have heard me say that I love you on air. And I know people that just come to this show, and when they see me and when they meet me, or they send me texts, or they send me Facebook messages, that's what they say, that they can't believe that I'm pushing the I love you online, on without even knowing the person. And I do that, and I do it sincerely. I love you is real. And knowing that I can love you because God loved me before I even understood what love was, I'm a done deal. And I know that's, I always wondered, why was I so lucky? Why was I so blessed? Why was I moving in such a dynamic way throughout life, even though I had sickle cell, I had chronic pain, I lost one eye, my head was split completely down the middle and tissue was taken out of. I was having chronic migraine headaches. Actually, they call them clusters. And I was still able to succeed beyond even my measure. But I recognized what God was doing for me. I mean, he was setting me up to make sure that I can come on this show and tell you I love you. Sincerely, I love you. And I care about you a great deal. And I care about you and your people. Bring your people here. Send your people here. I want to always make sure you get a water cooler moment. And water cooler moment for me is make sure that you have some information that you can walk away with that puts you relevant in today's media stream. So you know what's going on. Really, that's all that means. Media stream. It's what's going on. I'm even going to give you some of what's going on the right, the left, and down the middle. In most cases. Tonight, it's Friday night. And I know that means a lot to most of you because you guys work from Monday through Friday. And you get a chance to put your feet up, lay your head back, and chill, maybe with your special person or just by yourself in some bowl of ice cream. One of my favorite treats is rum raisin ice cream with crushed up Reese's peanut butter cups in the bowl with Madeline cookies crushed up in it. Ooh, when I tell you that is good, oh, I can't even begin to tell you how good that is. And it is absolutely sensational. But here we are. It's going to be a short show tonight. As you can see, I got a little jazz blowing in the back. Some good stuff. I had something else I wanted to play you, but at the last minute I couldn't find it, so I threw this on. But this is your boy Haywood Barber on the Haywood Barber Show. Also known as the Harlem Heretic. Coming at you fast and furious. Making it good and good. Just like we know it should. Ha! Boom, boom, boom. I saw the interview with DMX with Fix My Life. Zavana. That was cool. DMX, I don't know if he was so cool, even though I like him a lot. But I learned from the young cats, RRR, Real Recognize Real. I think he tried to cover up his shadows with pointing fingers at her. And I know that I've done that in the past. I don't know if you've ever done that in the past, but I've done that in the past, Try and cover up my shadows, or some people might even say might even cover up my mistakes by yelling and screaming and pointing at somebody else. I've grown since then, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not sure if I grew at the 42-year-old stage or not, or if I grew a little bit after or a little bit before, who knows? But it doesn't matter because people grow at different stages. So if that's you, if you see yourself in those kind of things and you can see it, move away from that. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of whack. Of course, the Screaming Heads, last night I wasn't able to do the show because I had a migraine in my sleep. And I threw my whole day off. And that was somewhat traumatic. And so Lola stepped in and did the show for me, and I appreciate it. I listened to it a couple of times. She always dropped serious science, so I had to listen to her stuff because it's that good. You know that we've been working on a series. I think she actually did number 3, and it's Dare to Claim Your Good, Prayer Statements for Unexpected Prosperity. Hey, look, you know, when I do my seminars around the country and I do my presentations, they call me the original money coach, and I only come out for one reason only. And when I come out, I already have an expectation that your brain has already been poised and ready for a different direction. No matter if you grew up in the projects, as I did, no matter if you grew up in a dysfunctional home. I'd like to say that I didn't, but I know a lot of people can admit to the fact that they grew up in a dysfunctional home, either being raised by their mother or their father, or both by their mother and father, and it was completely still off the hook. But so when I come to the table, most people know that I'm coming to talk about money and how to make money and how to do it for real. And how to do it in a sincere manner. I'm not talking about doing no drugs. I'm not talking about selling prescriptions. I'm not talking about any of that nonsense. I'm talking about actually getting it done and making things happen from a standpoint of money. And I know that some people, they scared of money and they think that money is evil, which we know that is absolutely not the true case. Money is not evil, and it does not say that in the Bible. Now, I know that even pastors interpret things that's not being said in the Bible in a way, and it's not even true. But here I am here to tell you that absolutely money is not evil. Matter of fact, money does more good things around the world than most people can do on the ground without money. But look, I'm not trying to dispute your feelings about money or not, but when I go out and do my presentations, that's what I'm about. I'm about talking about money and how to get it, how to make it happen, and how to do it in a sincere manner. From zero money, well, I shouldn't say zero money, because I mean, you know, you need. I'm a firm believer. I don't believe that you need money to make money, but you need a little money to make money. And if you don't have the money, then you have to either be good at the hustle, so good that you can start off from zero like a rocket ship, but that just takes a lot of energy, or just a little money. I can show most people how to start off probably about 7 to 12 different small businesses with $150 to $500 and turn those businesses into a $2,500 to a $5,000 a month business in less than 90 days. But if you know it all, if you know everything and nobody can tell you anything, and you're the kind of person that say, okay, I got 2 inches of the information when there's a full foot of information, and you just need 2 inches, and you think you got it, then you go on your own. You probably can get off a little bit, but you're not going to get off the whole bite. So anyway, I say that to say, look, there's a whole lot of things that can be done. I listened to the talking heads today on the Absolute Right. I like to listen to them because I like to see what nonsense they are actually talking about when they go against President Obama, and the very same things they went for President Bush. And of course, they have various reasons why they say it was okay to go with him, but not okay to go now. It's just sickening, asinine stuff. Especially, Rush Limbaugh, he is a comedian, and he portrays himself as a comedian. He calls it a business, but he's being a comedian. He's just trying to incite people. Sean Hannity, on the other hand, he just don't know no better. I mean, to me, he really sounds like a babbling fool on most occasions. Savage, again, I think some of these people, they just, Lola says all the time, they just like listening to themselves speak. But it doesn't matter, because one thing that I found when it comes to President Obama and the people far right, they are such hypocrites from the very foundation of this country and what it did or did not do, and how it absolutely just put a curse on itself. And I'm not one to believe in curses, so I'm not even going to do that today. But here I'm going to go into Number 4 on Dare to Claim Your Good, Prayer Statements for Unexpected Prosperity by Edwin Gaines, right? Instructions to set into consciousness. Write these statements down every 21 days. Speak them aloud 3 times a day for 21 days. Keep a record of your divine surprises, tithes, offerings, and gifts. Pay attention. Notice if any of these statements bring up any strong feelings or thoughts for you. Alright, so those are some of the instructions on how to get this thing ticking for you. I'm not even sure if I mentioned that in the first 2 nights that I actually gave you these conscious commandments, so to speak. And again, I'm not talking about in the commandments like Moses gave to the people in the wilderness. I'm not doing that. That's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to help you rewash your brain, so that if you ever come across me in my presentations, or if you listen to me long enough, you're going to get me to give you some definite ideas on how to make things work for you and change prosperity in your life from being dismal to from zero to dismal to high money making prosperity. All right, I mean, and look, I'm a guy from the ghetto, right? I sometimes like to say I'm from the projects and made it to the palaces. But you can't do that with the same mindset that most of us were giving while we were living in the projects, or if we were living in the tenements, or we were living in the ghetto, or if we were living in different kinds of consciousness, even in the middle class. Some people don't even have the mindset on how to get things done. Even if it's not money, it might even be just straight passions. But here, I want to read this. Your good desires, you and the universe is conspiring to make you happy. Your good desires, you and the universe is conspiring to make you happy. Keep your commitment to be all you can be. There is good in the world for you. Claim it now. So we went over 1, 2, 3, right? I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 right now. 1, the entire universe loves me, serves me, nurtures me, and wants me to win. That's 1. 2 was, there is enough for everyone. Oh my goodness. You know, and I maybe because I did them all already, I shouldn't stop. But I want to do that because a lot of people think that, you know, even with network marketing, my wife and I both of my wives, we actually did network marketing together. Maybe I did with one of my wives. I went pulling, screaming, and tugging, and we made a little money, not a whole lot of money. I made probably a lot more money when I was on by myself. But a lot of people have a consciousness of thinking that if they make, that somebody else isn't making. The beauty of network marketing, which I absolutely love, is that everybody can make money. That when the tide rises, it rises for everybody. You know what I'm saying? The strongest leaders come out front and they start leading, and then they start making more money. I've seen cases where people that I brought into the various network marketing companies that I've been involved with have made more money than me. Amen. So anyway, there is enough for everyone. Number 3, I choose in this moment to release all sense of burden, struggle, and fear. Now, I tell you how so important. Now, Lola is the one that said that one yesterday. Because, as I said, I was under the weather with the recovery of a migraine. So I wasn't having a migraine last night, but I was in recovery. If you know anything about pain, migraine, sickle cell, any cancer pain or fibromyalgia, any of those kinds of pains, it takes so much energy just to hold yourself up if you're trying to do such a thing. I choose in this moment to release all sense of burden, struggle, and fear. Those are the things that hold most people back. And I'm telling you now, if you let those things go, God will put such a blessing on you, and the way He sets up the universe to just make an explosion in you, because you're not wasting energy on nonsense. Just nonsense. So anyway, Lola did a wonderful job on that last night. My suggestion is to go back to hers last night, mine the night before last and the one before that to hear number 1 and number 2. Number 4 today, I choose to live in trust. Oh my goodness. Now, you know what? I probably have in my life, I got 3 guys I call my front line, right? One's my best friend that I've known since I say 2, he say 3. One is my cousin that we've been together since age 0. Our parents were pregnant together, and he's part of my front line. Love him to death. Don't see him nearly as much as I used to just 10 years ago, but I could call him up immediately, and if he knows something's wrong, he come to completely to my aid. But there's my frontline counsel, and one is another best friend of mine that I went to high school with. Now, I probably have another 80 or 90 best friends. They're my best friends, and I am their best friend. It's no doubt about it. I make friends. I start my platform from a place of trust. I give that trust even if I sense or have sensed mistrust, because I will always give a person the opportunity to rectify. And there have been cases where people have had to rectify themselves in order to stay on that platform of being my best friend. Now, I have countless friends. I have made people either my brother or my sister or my cousin, and they are not, to keep them close to me. And not that enemies, keep them closer and this and that. I think that's such crock. I believe in trust. And I think that God has bestowed upon me so much luck, blessings. I know they're called blessings. So much luck in blessings, because I love with a great amount of trust. Oh, God has brought me in. I want you to trust. And I know a lot of my listeners are from around the world, around the country, and some of them are from up north in New York. And a lot of people from New York have a tendency from big cities not to trust. They don't trust nobody. And I started out that way. My mother taught me something like that, similar. Not to trust. Don't be trustworthy. Oh, watch everybody. I had to let it go. And when I let it go, God He showered me with blessings beyond your possible belief. The kind of money and the kind of friendship, love, the kind of pouring out when I needed, when I was down. So be okay to trust. God got you. What's this thing anyway with knowing God got us, but we want to do it all anyway? It just doesn't make any sense. It's baseless. It's not real. Hey, look, everybody. Go to Lola's Lifeline on Blog Talk Radio. Listen to our scandal recap. Stay in touch. Bring your family back Monday through Friday. I'm always going to hit you with something. Every now and then, obviously, there's going to be technical difficulty, but I'm going to make sure I give you some insight, some words of wisdom, so you can move on and have a better life. That's my whole point. I'm not asking you for nothing. I'm not trying to sell you anything. That's not what I'm here for. I got what I need, and I'm going to get more. I'm going to be a billionaire. That's a fact. I'm going to be one, and I'm on track, and I know what I'm doing. But first of all, I trust. And I love big, because I'm just mimicking God. I'm doing what He told me to do. He sent His Son. He put His life on the line for us. I love you. This is Hayward Barber for the Hayward Barber Show. Getting ready to go do the Blog Talk Radio show on Lola's Lifelines. Put in Scandal Recap. You'll see us come up. I love you. Rock and roll.